set. First, I thought it was a great atmosphere, great energy. I thought our fans represented well. Thought Jarnell was ready to play. Thought he had great energy. Wasn't intimidated at all. Was fun to see him out there. And it's tough against that level of talent for him to pick things up so quickly with their different schemes, not having a lot of time to practice and prep for it. I thought he did a tremendous job. Thought our bigs battled. Really competed. Jerron had another double-double. Thought Kenny Hall played well on the blocks. Because Anthony Davis, just such a poised young man, Anthony Davis, knows how to block shots, great feel for the game from start to finish, just a level of maturity out there. It's tremendous, and it's a pleasure to watch him play. Really good young guys. I thought Gilchrist kind of set the tone for those guys down the stretch and made big plays at the right time. But I thought we did a good job competing. Got a stretch there. We didn't score the ball. They did a good job knocking balls out of our big guys' hand late. But I thought we did a good job across the board. Oh, you have to give them credit. I mean, they did a good job defending. That's what good teams do. They defend at a high level. They compete. I thought both teams did a good job defending. But that's just part of it. But, I mean, the credit goes to those guys.
But you talked a little bit about Darnell, but yesterday you said it was 50-50 play. Kind of what made your mind up?
Well, I think really him being really hungry to play, and I thought it was the right time to put him in. So they had one of their subs in there just to get him a feel, get him a flow, and try to go right to him. And I thought he did a good job accepting the challenge. Well, I just told him if there's one guy guarding you, shoot the ball. If there's two guys, a double team, come pass the ball. But if it was one-on-one, make plays.
Did his play determine the amount of time that he ended up going?
No, I think the thing that determined the time, not necessarily the play, as long as he was solid defensively, we would try to roll with him. There were a couple breakdowns when they went. I think they had Darius Miller there, and we switched 1 through 4 with that Jarnell Hedges, and we got lucky. Darius missed a 3. So just really more or less taking them out, letting them understand certain situations. With a guy like Miller, we would switch those ball screens. If it was Jones, we would hedge him. So, and just to let him know more than anything. But I thought his conditioning wasn't bad, so we gave him more minutes. But I got him in, tried to get him in, get him out. Well, I think, we're playing defense the way this program will be accustomed to playing defense. Hard, aggressive, physical. We still got ways to go as far as I'm concerned, but we're at that level, I think, where we need to be. We're making the necessary strides to be a really good defensive program. But they have talented guys. I mean, they get to the rim. I mean, it's hard to sit and say, well, you're guarded this way. When you have the ability to get to the basket, I mean, Marcus Teague, I've been watching him since he was a kid getting to the rim. Gilchrist is one of the best in the game. A lot better than I thought he would be live. Very talented. But those guys can get to the rim, and you have to give up some. But I thought we did a good job contesting three-point shots and taking away shots. But now you got to be able to guard off the bounce, and I thought we did that.
2 early fouls on Josh Richardson. Did that sort of take you out of the thing you wanted?
I think so, because Josh is a guy that battles, he competes, and when you get in foul trouble like that, it's hard to truly get into a flow. Because in some situations we wanted to put him on Marcus Teague when we take Trey out, but he was in foul trouble, so it kind of messes your line up somewhat. But I thought Ronaldo did a good job at the small forward late in the first half. As long as he plays hard, I mean, that's the key. Scotty can make shots, he can stretch the defense. Because even if he's not shooting shots, you still have to identify him on the floor. And I thought he did a good job of really making Lamb work for shots, work for baskets, and also work for catches.
And that's how you all had a late night Thursday night. Do you think that showed up at all in the second half?
I don't think so. I mean, you have to play the game. It's something we never talked about. The first time I mentioned it to the guys was just after the game. And I thought they did a good job of coming back, representing, and playing hard. But we didn't bring it up one bit because you have to play the game, and they'd rather play than practice anyway. Well, I think so, and I feel like we have the ability. I think if you start the season right now, we're just as good as anybody as far as I'm concerned. And I told the guys that. I mean, that's a very talented team, man. I mean, well-coached team where those guys can play, they can make plays. And I've always been one that said it doesn't matter what you're in school, you either can play or you can't, and they can play. And I told our guys, if we start the season today, we'd be just as good as anybody in the country on any neutral court. But there's some things now you got to get Jarnell in the fold. In certain situations, might move Ronaldo at the small forward. So those are issues we have to work out now.
Jarnell's going to get most of the attention from today, but it seemed like the thing that kept you in the first game was drawing against their bigs. Can you talk about what it is and his skill on the games? Especially that shot blocker.
He played well. He accepted the challenge. He didn't shy away from it. He got his shot blocked, kept going to the rim, stayed aggressive. You know, Jerron does a lot of things for us. He facilitates the offense. He gets to the dribble. He penetrates and pitch for guys. He does a lot of good things for him, and obviously abundance of things on the defensive side as well.
Also, now you've seen Jarnell and what he can do, rebounding, passing on doubles, things like that. I mean, how quickly or you start thinking about putting him in the starting lineup at all?
Well, we hadn't thought that far. I mean, I definitely think he'll come off the bench, you know, at Georgia. Just let him get his legs up on him, because I think more than anything, he's a talented kid, but there was a lot of adrenaline, the crowd atmosphere got him over the hump. Now all of a sudden you got to get practice under your belts, get the, you know, the tired legs, so to speak, of going through situations up and down the court in practice, and then we'll see how it goes. But I definitely don't think he's 100% now.
The way he's approaching all his management as far as winning the play.
Yeah, he just want to get out there and perform. He wants to, he's a team player. He want to be successful, and whatever it takes for our team to be successful, he's willing to do that. But you got to, it's really, that's not an easy thing for a guy fresh out of high school to all of a sudden get in a game like that, that magnitude, that level of competition. And because you can post up, he can face up, make plays, but the defensive side of the ball, knowing what's expected, knowing what you're supposed to do, that's not an easy thing.
The problem during that stretch, I think there were 7 possessions without a basket before Skyler's two. What was breaking down?
Well, I think we had opportunities to score in the post. They did a good job blocking shots. They knocked some balls out of our hand. I have to go back and film to give you the exacts on it, but I don't think we flowed as smoothly as we needed to. Missed some couple. I think we missed some wide open threes as well.
Coach, can you talk about just the way your inside guys play since the Memphis game, 3 games straight? It seems like it's a marked difference on the uptrend.
Well, I think more of anything, it's you know, it's my job to put them in position. I don't think I did a good job of saying get the ball inside and demanding that we get the ball inside. I mean, because that's how you win big and have long-term success if you get the ball inside. Whether or not they make it or missing shots, you have to pound the ball inside. And I think we've done a good job of really trying to get it inside. Well, I think you got to attack, but you want to get a good shot. You want to get to the rim. Well, they did a good job of taking away the rim. So if you have a three-point shot, don't settle. Shoot the ball if you have a three-point shot. But the kids are trying to get to the rim to make the referee make a call.
As little as 2 weeks ago, for even I guess around the Memphis game, do you think that this team could have, gone to those games and something like this there? Has there been that much growth?
I don't think so, not at all. I just think it's a key of when you 100% buy in, understand the level we want to be and the type of program we will be, and you more or less sell yourself to the team completely, then you start to see long-term results, and you start to see it. And we didn't go into this game thinking, okay, let's try to compete against a number 2 team in the country. We're competing against an opponent in our league, and we have just as much right to win the game just like they do. So it wasn't necessarily the number 2 team. It was trying to win a ball game. But I do think we're playing at a level where we can be really good as a program.
You talk about the challenge of moving the ball and Trey's not in the lineup.
Well, that's the key, because you don't have a true point guard when he's not on the floor. So just really executing offense, running a motion offense, and just probably putting some in now, because now you can move, Jordan at the 4 spot and Ronaldo at the 3. So now you have to have a set offense so those guys can flow, at least understand where passes need to go to, because it's hard to run set plays when you have Ronaldo used to run the 4 and the 5. Now you're expecting to run the 3. That's not an easy thing to do.
You're using Richardson at the point when Trey comes out. Is that something you kind of settle?
Richardson or Cam?
When Trey was in the game, were they really focusing on him? It seemed like they made it really tough for him.
Well, I thought they did a good job identifying. They switched a lot of his ball screens when he was on the ball. They had big guys on him. I think his first shot was blocked when they switched the ball screen. So they really did a good job of trying to take him out of the offense. And in some cases, they had Gilchrist defending him, which is fine because we were able to get the ball inside. I think he did a solid job. Now I have to go back and watch film to see if I don't think he was passive by any means, but I think he did a solid job really trying to get the big guys the ball.
From a basketball IQ standpoint on Jarnell, now you've seen him in a lot of game situations as an example of basketball IQ. Did you get a sense for how Jarnell did?
I thought he did a good job. And then I won't really grade him on how he executed defensively, where was he supposed to be, because that's just so tough to do, playing in such a short period of time. Because even in practice, he's only probably been in 30% of practice up and down the court. So we'll get him back in tomorrow, just study some film, go over a few things with him. But he picks things up quickly. He's a very intelligent young man. He has a good feel for the game. It is, and I think we got talented guys coming off our bench as well. It is a good sign. Guys got to be ready to play coming off the bench, and I thought we did a good job. Well, I hate to say that because I've always been one to give credit where it's due. They won the ball game. And you'd have to ask the guys that, see how they felt. I hope they say Kentucky just played a better game and won the ball game. I mean, you have to get out and play and perform. You can't make excuses for it. Because there were times we should have got offensive rebounds. There were times we got the ball knocked out of our hands. We should have made layups. So, we have to do a better job of finishing the game. Thank you.